So guys, this is the tree we're going to be working on today. It is my Arakawa Maple, and basically it's just a quick video on some of the summer tasks that I will do about this time of year. Now this tree is possibly needing a repot next year, but as you can see around this side here and around the front, we've got a lot of dead moss. We've got all this kind of live wart stuff, and that's from just it being damp. And then we've also got a lot of moss growing up the trunk. Now, as nice as this looks, you do want to kind of control it in your pots just slightly. So we're going to be using tweezers, some normal household tweezers, and a toothbrush I bought from Tesco's. And hopefully with these we can just tidy up the tree a little bit. Basically, obviously your fingers as well, they will work for majority of these things, as you can use fingers. But anyway, yeah, so what I'll do is I will put a little time lapse of me doing this, and we'll come back to when it's done. Alright guys, so this is now it. I decided to remove all of the moss because quite frankly, as nice as it was taking up too much of the surface. And as you can see, last year when I had a look at it, this was all Akadama. Like, all this moss is last year's growth and a bit the year before, but it was all Akadama. You can see why I need to repot this, because the Akadama has finally merged together and just kind of becoming a thick kind of soil. And you know, this isn't terrible soil, but it doesn't help very well with drainage. You can obviously imagine a normal proper pellet size Akadama, water goes down and through much easier than it does this kind of thicky mashed together stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of moss back on, just because I do like the moss around the bottom of the trunk. I just wanted to make sure I cleared up the surface roots because if you leave moss on them too long, they will start to rot. So yeah. Alright guys, so finished product. I'm quite pleased with it. I think it looks a lot better than what it was. We've got rid of all of the weeds and that kind of algae growing stuff. I've slightly ruffled up the surface as much as I can just to make it a bit more appealing. Now this isn't necessary, you don't have to do this type of thing, but it does help the tree, I think. In my eyes it does, at least. You stop the trunk from rotting as easily, and you open up the air going back into some of the soil. Now you don't have to put moss back on, but I actually quite like putting a little bit in the middle there. One, because it will help it regrow, and all this moss that's left over down here, any of these bits that are decent bits, I will now put into a light tray with just a thin layer of soil on the bottom, and I will keep it and put it on other trees, because a lot of people in bonsai, you either like the moss or you don't. A lot of people only use it for shows. I like having mine on there most of the time on some trees. Obviously it grows itself after a while, but I find it really, I think it looks much more appealing. Like you look at that now, it looks like the tree is part of a forest. And if you go to Japan and go to some of these moss gardens and stuff like that, you can see it really does improve the look of things. So yeah, there we go, just a quick look over the maple. You can see here it's got lovely nice growth on it. We've got some back buds in here, which is nice, lots of growth coming out from inside, which is great, because I have been, all the time I've been pruning it, I've been trying to bring the buds back down into the tree a little bit more. But yeah, so basically just a quick video I wanted to do on like summer tasks. Normally this is all I'm doing at about this time of year, getting ready for autumn, making the trees look nice. You might want to finish off your pruning at this time of year now in the next couple of weeks really. If you're going to prune them, I'd probably do it about now, do it before autumn, just to get that last bit of pruning in, and then your next prune will probably be just, you know, over winter or just early spring, late springtime. When obviously all the leaves have dropped and you can see the branch structure a lot better, and that will be really nice with this one because we've had a lot of growth this year, a lot of new bits popping up. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.